The member for Coimbra. We're hearing private member statements. I call the member for Londonderry.
Thank you, Speaker. Today I rise to speak about a very special woman in my electorate whose amazing work in our community I do not want to go unnoticed, and so I wish to acknowledge in this Parliament this afternoon. Martha Siede and I first met when I was on the campaign trail, phoning in the suburb of Claremont Meadows to speak to local residents. And from that very first moment when I spoke to Martha and her loving husband Andrew, I knew they were a very special family. Martha's story began when she was born with cerebral palsy, which affects her movements, posture, her balance and coordination. 1 year ago, Martha began experiencing shooting pains in her arms, which restricted her movement. This has caused the vertebrae in her neck to deteriorate and will likely lead to quadriplegia. There's no way to stop this from happening, and so all the help Martha receives is absolutely vital. That is why I am honoured to have been involved in Martha's campaign to get a wheelchair-accessible vehicle for over a year. This campaign recently culminated with a fundraiser night on Saturday the 16th of May, the Wheels for Independence fundraising and trivia night at the St Mary's RSL. Wheels for Independence is an organisation that Martha formed with the goal of raising over $80,000 for a wheelchair accessible vehicle so that she can maintain her independence. This vehicle will allow Martha to continue to be active in her day-to-day life. Because while living with the effects of cerebral palsy, Martha remains a very active participant in our community through volunteering, working part-time and providing motivational speaking. She approaches life with a positivity and a gusto to simply be marvelled. She's an inspiration to so many in our community, including myself. I recently heard her speak at the Rotary Club of St Mary's, where she gave a very moving and a compelling recount of her life story, including an old connection to Rotary when she was in high school, when Rotary purchased a wheelchair for her to get around the school grounds at Jamison High School. As someone that has worked a long time with people living with disabilities before my election to this place, Mr Speaker, I know that so much can be achieved against all the odds, and Martha is such a great example of that sort of achievement. I am so privileged to be her member in this place, and I hope to be able to assist her in raising even more money into the future. Martha was assisted by the local charity Little by Little, an organisation that supports people living with disabilities and also their families. Little by Little, of course, is most known in my electorate for supporting the students of Currumbie School, an amazing place of first-class education for students with moderate and severe intellectual disabilities. I want to use this opportunity this afternoon to particularly thank Alan Cullen from Little by Little for his work in making that night possible, because without Little by Little, Martha wouldn't even be able to have hosted the trivia night. I was recently informed by Martha that at the fundraising night on the 16th of May, she was able to raise an amazing $11,475, many steps closer to her car. Well done to everyone involved in Wheels for Independence. I was so pleased to play a very small part on the night, and I wish Martha every possible success into the future. I know that she'll get there. Thank you, Speaker.
We're hearing private